Hey everybody, we're looking at number 5. A young hedgehog in spring weighs 3/4 of a pound, but must weigh 1 2/5. So let me just write that this way because that looks a little bit confusing. 1 2/5 pounds to survive the winter. How many times greater will its weight be at the start of hibernation? Remember, start of hibernation, you may not know this, but that's at the beginning of winter. So there's the spring weight, and then we have to gain weight, and then there's the winter weight. So what do we know? We know the spring weight right here. It's 3/4 of a pound. Let's write that here. And since they're saying how many times greater, that means we're going to multiply this by some number to get the winter weight, which the winter weight has to be 1 2/5. Let's rethink that as an improper fraction, just because that's how we always, anytime we have any kind of computation to do, we always turn it into an improper fraction. 5 times 1 is 5, plus the 2 more would make that equal to 7/5. So we're going to plug that in underneath the W for winter weight. All right, and then we can put a variable here instead of the question mark. We'll just put an N to hold the place of that value, which is how many times greater. Now we're solving this, right? It's an equation. In class, we've talked about how you look for the variable, you ask yourself, what's happening to the variable? It's being multiplied by 3/4. What's the opposite of multiplying by 3/4? It's to divide by 3/4, which is the same as multiplying by its reciprocal, which is 4/3. So we're going to put that here, and we're also going to put it over here, because remember, anytime we solve an equation, we have to keep it balanced. Now in class, we've talked an awful lot about what happens when you multiply something with its reciprocal, and you're supposed to know it equals 1. Now, if you didn't know that, you can go through the business of reducing. Here we just divided by 3. Here we can divide by 4 and get 1 for both. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 1 is 1. And 1 divided by 1 is 1. And if we multiply 1 times n, we're going to get n. All right, now over here, we have to multiply this together. There's no reducing, so we'll go across and do the 7 times 4, which would be 28. The 5 times 3, we get the 15. Now, this is not listed as a choice, so the next step is to take the 28 and divide it by 15 and get the mixed number equivalent for that. So write all this down on your piece of paper, finish up this algorithm right here, and then choose the answer choice that matches it.